Consulting is definitely not as glam as it seems. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kajal. I'm a Big Four management consultant working in London. Every Tuesday, I post content to do with all things consulting. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel. So today, I'm going to talk about 5 major myths that I thought were true when I joined consulting. And these are all based on my experiences of working for a Big Four firm. And these may really differ depending on which country you're in, or what type of culture your firm has. So let's get straight to it. Myth number 1. We live like rock stars. And this myth I really wish was true, but it most definitely is not. So you see these absolutely hilarious memes on Instagram, such as crazy management consultants, and they're one of my favorite accounts to follow, so have a look. But they portray consultants as people who jet set a lot, who eat at really fancy restaurants, who even sleep at hotels like the Ritz. In honest reality, your client is paying for your expenses, so usually they cover things such as travel, hotels, and food. And usually you have a budget for every type of expense because there's one shared pot of money which needs to be distributed amongst everyone in the whole team. So sure, you're not slumming it, but you definitely can't eat champagne and caviar for 30 quid. Myth number 2. As an analyst, you're doing donkey work. People think that in your first year of consulting, majority of the time you're doing admin tasks like buying coffee, booking hotel rooms, and even booking meeting rooms for your clients. Clients are paying for every single member on your team, and that includes you. So let's say you're being charged out for £300 a day, and that's roughly £6,000 a month. I don't think your client is going to be paying that much money just for you to do admin tasks. Okay, let's say around 5% of the time you are doing admin tasks, but really 95% of the time, you're doing really interesting types of work like interviewing clients, researching and analyzing data, building models, and even presenting them back to your clients. Sure, on the first day, you're not going to be presenting to the CEO, but you can work your way up there. And your team will give you small tasks to prove yourself, and often that starts off with making a slide look prettier. Once you prove yourself, once they can trust you, you can gain more and more responsibility and do more interesting types of things. And let's say you are doing admin tasks for the last couple of months, speak up and let your manager know. Let them know that you want to do more meaningful types of work where you can learn and where you can grow. Myth number 3. We live a jet setter life. Let's say you work for a big firm and you want to work in another country. Chances are they're more likely to resource someone from that team because they understand the ways of working and the culture. Also, why not? They're saving costs on your food, travel and accommodation by not flying you out. However, all is not lost. A lot of the time, a UK partner may sell the work and hence they want a UK team on it, or they're looking for a particular skill set or expertise which that team in that country may not have. However, just because you chose London as your home office does not mean you'll only be serving London clients. It depends on the structure of your firm. For instance, if you're based in London, you could be serving all of the UK and Europe. If you're based in Dubai, maybe all of the Middle East. And if you're based in New York, maybe all of America. A lot of the time is also very dependent on the type of project you're on. If you're working on an implementation project, which is a global rollout, you are probably very likely to travel to another country to make sure everything goes smoothly and successfully. But word of warning, unless you're traveling, let's say 4 to 5 hours, you're probably traveling economy. Chances are, if you are based in London, you probably are serving a small town or a city in the UK. And that does mean you have to wake up a little bit earlier to take the train, to maybe take a flight, and to be there on time. So definitely not as glam as it seems. Myth number 4. We work crazy amount of hours all the time. I think it's fair to say you're not going to be working 8 AM to midnight every single day, but there will be days where you have to. And I find myself working a little bit later usually because let's say a manager has sent over comments quite late in the day and you need to get the work turned around for the next day. Or 2, you have a deadline coming up and you know you need to put in extra time to be able to meet that deadline. Or 3, I may want to be on my A game for the next day and just be better prepared, so maybe that means doing some research in my own time. Now, no matter what type of consulting you do, it is likely you will be working late certain days. I roughly work around 9 AM to 6 PM to 7 PM around 70% of the time, and around 30% of the time I am working way later hours. But what helps me is that I set expectations with my team. I let them know that I'm going to go home, eat my dinner, and then I'll log on and finish the work. And that's fine, as long as you have those transparent conversations. And hey, let's say you are working really late hours in the office. Sometimes you get your dinners paid for and your taxes home expensed for as well. Myth number 5. Only extroverts do well in consulting. People think you need to be really loud and really chatty and a people's people to be a good consultant. I really don't think that's true. I think there are certain skills that you can have to be a better consultant, but both an introvert and an extrovert can have that. And I'm going to be creating another video on top 10 skills you need to be a good consultant, so watch out for that. What you quickly realize about consulting is that it's all about the team. what could be someone's strengths could be someone else's weaknesses. So what you can bring to the table as an introvert, maybe an extrovert can't bring that. What you do need to keep in mind though is that as an introvert, you will need to push yourself outside of your comfort zone sometimes. That includes speaking up in meetings and even presenting to clients. And don't forget, after a long day's work, it's really important to reset your mind. Having some alone time is really helpful to recharge. So that was my 5 myths of consulting. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested and if you do want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment in the box below. I'll see you next time.